Hey YouTube, what's up? In JT Sasuke, I'm here to bring you guys a video talking about some more stuff that happened at Comic Con a couple weeks ago. I'm very late because I'm a lazy bastard, but here we are. So the two things that I want to talk about from Comic Con that I didn't get to talk about last week, or the three things actually. I want to talk about Doctor Strange, I want to talk about Justice League, and I want to talk about Wonder Woman in that order. So Doctor Strange, the Doctor Strange trailer was by far the best trailer in terms of the way it was cut. It flowed better, and it just had a better flow. I like the soundtrack the soundtrack a little bit more, and overall it had a better feel to it. I'm very excited for Doctor Strange. I'm not the biggest Doctor Strange fan. I don't know too much about him, but I do know he's one of the most powerful people in the Marvel Universe, period, and he's definitely going to be one of the most powerful people in the MCU. I'm hoping that they do it right, and I'm hoping that they fully immerse us in the world of Doctor Strange and they don't hold back. I'm hoping that they don't explain magic, just let it feel like something mystical. You know what I'm saying? I know that what I do know is that they take energy from an alternate dimension and they manipulate it in this dimension. But outside of that, I don't want to know. I don't want to have any scientific explanation. I just want to see some cool ass magic. I think that this movie's villain is going to be your typical Marvel villain. Honestly, I'm hoping that's not the case, but as long as the movie is good, I won't really give a fuck. So that's how I feel about the Doctor Strange trailer, and I'm very excited for it, and I will be putting up a review when it comes out. So let's talk about the Justice League trailer. The more I watch the trailer, the more I like it just slightly less, even though I still really enjoy the trailer. And that's just because I feel like it's too upbeat. Contrary to popular belief, I have a very unpopular opinion. I don't want DC to be lighthearted. I want it to be dark with some lighthearted moments. I want there to be some laughs and some lighthearted moments, but I want it to be dark overall. And this movie just made it seem more lighthearted. I'm really hoping that's not the case. I'm really hoping they continue with this darker, gritty tone that they have with Man of Steel, as people like to say, even though I don't think that's dark gritty. I think it's just very realistic. But Man of Steel and Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad, I hope they keep that tone and just make it a little funnier. But I think the visuals were amazing. I think Ezra Miller as the Flash works very well. He's going to be my favorite character, I can tell. He's very funny. He's good. It's also a different side of Barry that we've never seen, because the Barry Allen that I know, especially from the TV show, is a very sociable person, especially with the people in his life. Here, he doesn't really seem to be a sociable person at all, more awkward and restrained, and more of a held-back person who doesn't really associate with anybody. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works, how he plays off of everybody else, and how that works for him as a character. I like the way they do his visual effects. I like the fact that instead of doing it how they do in the Flash TV show, where the lightning comes straight off of him like a tail, the lightning is more like an aura that surrounds him and just randomly sparks off at things. I think that's cool. I also like the fact that the lightning is white instead of yellow. There are comics where his lightning is yellow. There are comics where his lightning... not yellow. I like the fact that his lightning is white. There are comics where his lightning is white. There are comics where his lightning is yellow. There are comics where he has no lightning. So it all depends. I like the fact that they're keeping the lightning, just making it white, and they're doing aura changes. I think Jason Momoa looks really cool as Aquaman. We didn't get to see too much of Cyborg, but he looks pretty cool as well. You know how I feel about Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman so much, and I think she's going to be looking great. I like the fact that Batman and Wonder Woman, or Bruce and Diana, actually have more of a friendlier relationship, and they're able to share, saying natural comedic moments like that. More or less. Probably more or less. He said no? He said no. It was hilarious. I don't like the Batsuit. I think the darker, basically black-looking Batsuit is a terrible idea, and I think they need to go back to the gray Batsuit that they had in Batman v Superman. That one looked badass, and this new one looks kind of shitty, in my opinion. But And once again, unpopular opinions that I have. But with that being said, I want to move on to Wonder Woman. Now, Wonder Woman, although she didn't have the best trailer, although it's definitely better than the Justice League trailer, because Justice League wasn't really a trailer, more or less it was just like a sneak peek into what they're doing. Wonder Woman was a legitimate trailer. And while it wasn't better than the Dr.Strange trailer in terms of flow and how it was put together, it was still a good trailer. And holy fuck, I'm excited for this movie. I seen a lot of what they had to do. There were a couple things that I thought were weird, like the one scene at the end of the movie where they're showing her slow-mo, where she was guarding against something. It just looked weird, the movement. When she was gliding across the floor where her shield also looked kind of weird, but when I see it in full action, I think it'll be good. But overall, the trailer is good. I liked some funny parts in it. Visually, it looks amazing, especially at the beginning where we see her on the beach, and the beach just looks beautiful and very vibrant. And Gal Gadot's a beautiful woman, and Diana's supposed to be a beautiful woman. So I think Gal Gadot, fits the character well, not just for her looks, but just the way she portrays the character, the way she portrayed her in Batman v Superman, and what we got to see of her in the Justice League trailer. And I think she's going to do a very good job holding her own in her own movie. With that being said, I don't really have any worries or complaints about this. I like the trailer because it lets us know that, hey, she's fighting, in World War One, but we don't really know who the villain is, and I hope we don't find that out. I'm assuming it's Ares, but we'll see. With that being said, my favorite part of the trailer, honestly, was at the end where they had all the clips of them fighting, and then they go into her trailer not her trailer, but her theme from Batman v Superman. That is a bad-ass theme. I love that theme. When I heard it come up and the Wonder Woman logo came up as well, I was like, this is going to be amazing. And then the after scene where where she was like, she was meeting Steve Trevor's secretary, and she was like, well, I'm from called slavery. I thought that was very funny, because it's true. You know what I'm saying? The way she described it, that is kind of like slavery. And someone having a secretary, you would think, and someone who is a secretary, you would be like, this is kind of slave work right here. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, that's how I feel about all three of those trailers. Overall, I'm very excited for all these comic book movies that are coming out, and I hope that we get to a point where DC and Marvel are both giving us the best that they have. Me personally, I feel like we've already achieved that point a little bit with me really liking Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, as well as as well as Suicide Squad. I'm not saying these movies are perfect, but I do think that they're a very good start, although I wish DC did their universe start like Marvel did. But, with that being said, that's how I feel about the trailer. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for more content. I'll see you guys later. Peace.